Good morning, rail friends, and thanks for being with Casey and I at the next crossing. Milepost 227, and that is a private crossing that you see there. And we are back at that spot. If you're new and you don't recognize it, we are at Bootlegger's Crossing this morning, where earlier this year, that corner got a haircut all the way from Chattanooga to Atlanta. If you haven't seen that video about Saw in the Sky, it's amazing to watch. And our excitement this morning, NS 4851 on train NS 224 headed to Kansas City, the latest and newest heritage locomotive for Norfolk Southern. NS 4851, the Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia Railway. Locomotive that was unveiled last week right here in Chattanooga at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum, which is one of the greatest places on the planet, by the way. We got two scanners on. We've got another train holding behind him in between here and Chattanooga that we know of. And we've got a pair of northbounds coming up from Dalton. The second one is...
Let me see. I don't see why you behind the 351, the 126, the 126s. You know what? Honestly, I don't know. It's going to be a little down here. Let me know when that one gets by you. I'll find out what 126 is. I can squeeze you out. I will. Over. Just do that and I'll check with 126. See what we can do there.
So, sun is rising over to the east. From the last time that we were here, a whole lot different. Trees are kind of bare as we hang out here. Collegsdale PD driving by. Got a couple things to change around here. Y'all just sit tight. right, back to what we were saying. Sorry, was making a couple quick changes here so we could be ready. Like I said, we are waiting NS 4851 train on train 224 headed to Kansas City today. All right. We do have two scanners on, so you're going to hear and where we are, since we are such a centrally located city for rail traffic. You're going to hear CSX, the Debucks Yard, NS, a little bit of everything while we're here this morning. And again, Casey and I appreciate you getting up on this cold morning with us. At this iconic spot that you've probably been to, or if you've got rail fan friends or rail fan family have been, this is a place for decades that rail fans have hung out at, just off of Interstate 75, exit 11 in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Ooltewah, Tennessee. Looking that direction will take you to Chattanooga. And about 5-6 blocks behind us, the Atlanta North District switches off and goes south. I have our other location on. Got a commercial there listening to that scanner. But like I said, about 5-6 blocks behind us, the Atlanta North District switches off to the right and goes south. And the Knoxville West End switches off and goes north. Runs that path on up. So everything that's coming up from Atlanta, down from Knoxville, will go right past here, headed to either the pass-through lines through the Debucks Yard, or to the actual yard itself, or once they get over Exitico, they can swing and go north up to CNO and TP, across the Tennessee River and 10 Bridge, and on up to Cincinnati. So that's all NS traffic that we're talking about. Just sitting here rummaging through some stuff. But yes, back to earlier this year, Rotor Blade came through here. It's a helicopter in the sky with these massive rotating saw blades on it on this great big long pole. Or, yeah, it's kind of like an aluminum shaft that hangs down below him. And he just literally goes along and gives those trees.
What's that basket? What is this? A 372.
As you all know, anytime the scanner starts, I stop so we can hear what's going on so we don't miss anything.
That's to this 372. Desk to the 372. Over. Desk to the 372.
And the K9 unit for Collegedale just drove by. And the dog didn't even bark at us. We are here on Ottawa Cemetery Road. Like I said, we're off of exit 11 on 75. Oh, maybe a mile from the exit to here. Although as far as 75 itself, it's just a few blocks from where we are, so you will hear some of that traffic. Although we do have the dead cat on to kind of cut that down for you while we wait on NS 4851 on train 224 headed to Kansas City with the new Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia Railway Heritage Locomotive coming right through here today. K9 riding along. He's got his window open and saw his little nose up there in the corner. He's got this fancy fan unit there in the window in case he gets hot back there, but don't think he's going to get hot today. And we were talking about that is a private drive. There's some houses back up in there. That used to go through, I think it's Woodhaven, if I remember right, is the name of that road. It used to go through until they put Little Debbie Parkway in. Once they did that, they closed that road off. But the folks still live up there, so they have to manage this railroad crossing. And let me tell you, when they come around that corner, boy, they are just right there that quick.
That is 3 over.
And if y'all listen real close,
Wayside of 372, over.
And as I was going to say real quick, if you do listen real close, over on Ottawa Ringgold Road, where Whistle Stop is a crossing. There's 2 crossings over there, and I do hear horns, so I'm going to guess the way it sounds, it is our train that was in front of 224, but who knows on the priority, they could have let 224 pass by, so let's get ready.
Wayside dash 272, over. Yeah, it's 272 Wayside. We do have your last detector. We showed some like Hot Wheels kinds of braking issues. Dispatcher of that job, we're going to try to do like a running prior to the next train stop. Yeah, that's my game plan right now. Do a running to cone dispatchers to get the same page. Yeah, this is always 72. I'm sorry, go there, please, sir.
And we were coming hill there. I couldn't hear what you were saying. What did you say about a stinking?
So we had some like Hot Wheels sign up using a train when you pass that mile post. Was it 25 Harry? Like I said, phone dispatcher up and see if you can take a run, please, to see if you can rectify this braking issue.
Problem is we have one engine and 300 foot of train. My main reservoir gets down to around 80 pounds. I'm gonna have a little bit of brake. Stop and do a running release.
You don't need to stop, sir. Just running release as you're moving back. This guy is the next stop. I don't want to stop you. Try to go you or anybody else.
Oh, I just had to do one back there, coming down the hill. I guess we can try that.
I understand. That sounds good. If we just tell dispatch up so we everybody on the same page. So that, you know, there's a breaking issue, you never try to fly with this letting release.
Alright, I'll phone him up again.
Say that. Thanks a lot there. 72.
Braking issues at one locomotive? That doesn't sound like a good combination, does it?
Northbound Main 1, clear, Ottawa, 372.
"372" coming in on Main 1, clear Ottawa.
Exactly, that's 370. Did you tell him dispatcher, correct?
That's right. Calling them up.
Alright, copy, did tell him.
We're trying to get on the chat with you all here for just a moment, but sit tight there. Now remember, that was our first train that was through Dalton, and 4851 was about 19 minutes behind him in Dalton. So we should be seeing our guest of honor this morning on train 224. Let me try and get caught up with you guys here on the chat. Good morning, Mr. Sperling. How are you, sir? Ain't right? Hope your world is fantastic this morning. Warren, yes, 372. That was our train. 6,300 feet of train with a braking issue and one locomotive. What do? Throw an anchor out with a long rope and hope to stop that train? And according to Warren, we just got one of two SD 701 CCs. And that 1251 is one of two SD70M-2 rebuilds. Only you would know all that. Thanks for that update for all of those that like to follow locomotives. It's the letter I. Well, thanks for that. Hard to tell on the monitor. I's from ones, from L's. But hey, as long as I got you, you're going to keep me straight. So, we Got a cool locomotive for those of you that kind of keep track of that. You just never know. We talked so many times. Rail fanning's like buying Cracker Jacks. You know there's a surprise. You just don't know how far down in the box it is or what it's going to be. But you know you're going to get one every time you go trackside. So now at any point, we are due for train 224 with the first week of operation of the new Heritage locomotive. For those of you in Chattanooga, last Sunday, for the public portion of viewing, they had the Tag 80 that was restored by TVRM on the same track right in front of the new Tag. Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia Heritage locomotive for everybody. If you're not from Chattanooga, or you didn't have that opportunity to come out, Casey made it because I was in Nashville. And he was there at TVRM and got some great time with it. Now, it does sound like maybe over in the valley, in between the two mountains over by Collegedale, we might have horns. So let's listen close, because it does echo kind of a little bit, but it is time for our next train. Yes, we do have distant horn if you haven't heard it yet.
Wayside 50 here. Seven in before a run, and the running release is already been performed, and then as well, the email has already been sent over. Running release performed, I got. All right, roger that. Appreciate it too, have a safe trip. Okay.
Looks like our sun might pop out just a tad.
Video the train?
The new Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia should be just coming in right now. New here in this locomotive for NS. Are you do that? It's my second time.
Oh, really? Do you work at Dealer's Auto?
I do. I'm the ops manager there. That's why I do it. I do full time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so they pay you for this, or you just do it yourself?
It's YouTube channel. And your hours on YouTube.
All clear, 17.2.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Alright, see ya.
Well, that was pretty interesting. They're talking about where it is. Thanks, Doodle. Warren, wish you were here, but I know you got great shots of it yesterday. And they were just talking about where the train was with the officer. And I think they're keeping track of it too, because he was telling another one is coming now. And train 224 is, if this is our train, which I do believe it is, he is headed to Kansas City, Missouri, to the Volks, VOLTZ yard. And looks like we just got a report. That is him for sure. Hey, Crash, here he comes. Warren, thanks for the update. Y'all get ready. Train 224, NS 4851 coming right at you. Well, real friends, was that as exciting as you thought it would be? I know it was for me. Just kind of think about it. how long it's been since Norfolk Southern had a new heritage locomotive on the track. And we got to do this together this morning here in Ottawa, Tennessee at Bootlegger's Crossing on train 224, going right past us on his way to Kansas City, where last Sunday that locomotive was hanging out at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum for everybody to take a look at, and they had public time with it from 3:30 to 5 last Sunday. As you know, Casey was there. I hope all of you got to be there, and if not, hey, check out Casey's video from last Sunday. I know so many of you were there. Warren, thanks for the heads up on everything this morning. We got more going on. Warren's keeping an eye on where the Reading is. We've got just a whole list of things that we're going to try and catch today. So we're starting the morning off with y'all right here at Bootlegger's Crossing. If you're new, hey, thanks for being on with Casey and I. If you've not subscribed yet, now would be a fantastic time, because you never know what is the next crossing and what we are going to find there. There's so many of you that help out and keep us up to date on what's coming, what you see, because a lot of times you just don't know. And Warren's been on this one since yesterday and keeping track. So, hey, we're looking forward to what we find yet today at the next crossing. So now it's time for breakfast. So from Casey and I to all of you, I'll check one last time before we end this live to see if there's any last questions or anybody's got anything newsy or exciting. If you are up the line past us, he's coming to you. He'll be over to Jersey. Seth, if you're up, better head trackside. But again, thanks for being with Casey and I here this morning, and I'll see you at the next crossing today. And Warren, thank you for everything. Crash, Eugene, everybody. Ain't right. Chuck, y'all have a fantastic day. And like I said, we are at the 227 Woodhaven Drive on Ottawa Cemetery Road, across from the Ottawa Cemetery. See you at the next crossing. And yes, Crash, kind of cool. Yesterday it went south right through here and then through Dalton. And the next morning, yesterday morning it went south. This morning, coming back north. See you at the next crossing.